Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Shut Up and Read. Today I'll be doing the TBR for the month of May, as well as for June. So let's just get right into it. So for those who haven't watched my reading challenge for 2019, there are 3 things that I really want to do every 2 months of my reading, aka my TBR videos. The first one is to read an entire series because I have so many backlisted series that I need to pick up. This time around, I'm going to pick up His Fair Assassins trilogy. This is book 1, Grave Mercy, book 2, Mortal Heart, and book 3, Dark Triumph, which honestly I'm kind of surprised because usually the first book is the shortest, and as the series progresses it gets bigger and bigger, but this is the exact opposite where the first book is gigantic and then the rest of the books just become smaller and smaller. So that's just a side note that I found really fascinating actually about the series. So the series obviously includes assassins but also includes nuns and convents, and the main girl I believe is also sired by the god of death himself. There's also a lot of political intrigue involved with the series, mainly because the girl ends up at the high courts of Brittany, so I'm assuming there's romance, there's politics, there is vengeance, betrayal, etc. and I'm so excited for the series, so definitely cannot wait to pick this up as soon as possible. Then the second challenge is to pick up a 500+ page book, and that is because I have been accumulating a lot of these massive books just because I really like the depth of it and the fact that I can just really immerse myself into the story. So because of that, I am trying to focus myself to actually pick them up because honestly I want to immerse myself, but they're also very intimidating. So this time around I'm going to pick up Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. This is a massive book. There is about, I want to say 1,000 pages. Yeah, just under 1,000 pages, like 990, actually no, JK, there's over 1,000 pages. 1,006 pages. 6 pages. So this definitely fulfills that criteria and I am excited for this one. This book is set in the 19th century during the Napoleonic Wars. There's magicians, there's magic. It follows 2 guys, I'm assuming Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, and apparently it was adapted to a BBC American drama, which I'm assuming has to be pretty good for people to adapt it. I mean, usually, right? So anyways, I'm excited for this book. Definitely cannot wait to immerse myself and dive into this book as soon as possible. And the third and final challenge I want to do every 2 months is to just pick up some of the backlisted as well as not so backlisted books from NetGalley and Edelweiss, because I have a ton of books I need to read and review on there as well. So I have my little cup here and I'm just going to pick some and hopefully I will read them. The Light Between Worlds by Laura E. Weymouth. So actually that is very good because I really do need to pick this up as soon as possible. This came out back in, I want to say like the fall or something. It's supposed to be about Narnia and like a different version about Narnia, something related to Narnia, either a retelling or reimagining of Narnia, something like that. And we'll see. I've heard kind of mixed reviews actually. In the beginning I was very excited for it because I love Narnia, but then after some of the reviews came in, a lot of people were kind of mixed about it, so we'll see. But I have the physical copy of this book, so I would definitely pick this up as soon as possible. I actually did a pretty good job last time around with actually finishing all of them. Okay, there's one that I didn't finish, but that's because it was a physical copy and I haven't had a chance to pick it up yet, but I did a pretty good job regardless. So excited for the first pick. Okay, so book number 2, let's see. When the Truth Unravels by Ruth Ann Snow. So this book just came out back in January and apparently it's about a girl who tried to kill herself. But she was lucky enough to be found before, you know, and then now her best friends are trying to do everything they can to make sure that this never happened, as well as just allowing her to find out that life is worth living. And then one night around prom, she disappears and things happen from there, and I'm intrigued by it. I feel like this book is kind of a serious book, so hopefully it's not too serious, but we'll see guys. This is the second pick for my Edelweiss / NetGalley pick. Okay, so my third and final pick from my ebooks would be California Summer by Anita Hughes. So this is going to be a chick lit, which is perfect because that's exactly the type of books I need right now. I just, for some reason, I'm just in the mood for fluffier novels these days. Either that or like really intense fantasy, mystery kind of books. I'm just not in the mood for serious books, I guess. So anyways, this one is going to be a chick lit book. I don't know anything about it, but I know Anita Hughes and she tends to write your everyday chick lit novel, so it would definitely be a perfect beach read. Now that I've gotten those challenges out of the way, the next book that I want to pick up, or technically books that I want to pick up, is Clash of Kings by George R.R. Martin, as well as the third book, which is A Storm of Swords, because this is a rollover. I did not get to pick it up during the past 2 months at all. I've just been struggling with other books, to be honest, and did not get around to reading this book, but I'm hoping to really read this because I feel like if I get too behind, this is definitely a series or a book that will take me quite some time and effort to pick back up and catch up, so we'll see. But this is book 2. I need to read this first, and then I need to get book 3, and then hopefully I will be on track for the live show. I want to say end of June. The next few books I want to pick up are from publishers. The first one is King's Bane by Claire Legrand. So this is book 2 of the Imperium trilogy, except for the fact that I have yet to read book 1, so I need to read this one first, and then I can binge read this one. The series follows 2 queens that are separated by 1,000 years. One is prophesied to be a sun queen and the other one to be a queen of blood. And I guess the book just follows 2 timelines that is separated by 1,000 years, which I'm really intrigued by. And everyone has been loving this book, so I have really high hopes for this one as well. So I need to read this book so I can get to this book as soon as possible. The next book that I want to pick up is The Last Time I Saw You by Liv Constantine. This is a mystery suspense kind of novel. It follows a woman. Her name is Kate English, who has it all. Good job, gorgeous husband, great daughter, etc. And then one day her mother is killed. Of course, she is stricken with grief, but then her grief turns into horror when she gets a note that says, "You think you're sad now, just wait. By the time I'm finished with you, you'll wish you had been buried today." So now she decides to take matters into her own hands, and now she needs to figure out who is this murderer. And I'm really intrigued by this book. The book sounds so good. Like I said already many times in some of my videos, I am such in the mood for mystery thriller novels, so I cannot wait to dive right into this one. The next one I'm going to pick up is The Bone Charmer by Brianna Shields. So this book is all about seers, bone raiding, destiny, fate, and magic. And honestly, I'm so excited for this book. This book sounds so fascinating and definitely cannot wait to pick this up as soon as possible. The last book that I want to pick up is Bright Burning Stars by A.K. Small. This is for a blog tour sometime in the end of May, so I definitely want to pick this up as soon as possible. But basically this is just a mystery set in a ballet school, and again, mysteries, my jam right now, so very excited for this one. The next 2 books that I want to pick up are from my backlisted piles, and unfortunately I did not get a chance to pick up this one at all, so because I didn't pick it up basically the past 4 months now, I am going to unhaul this book. Furthermore, I did not finish any of these 3 books that I had tried to pick up this past month, so I need to pick this up as soon as possible, because if I don't finish these 3 by the end of the next 2 months, then I'm going to have to unhaul these 3 books. And of course, because I don't care about the fact that I didn't pick up any of the books that I was supposed to pick up last month for my backlisted books, I was like, I need to pick up 3 more. So I'm going to pick up Sage Alexander and the Hall of Nightmares by Steve Coupling. There's something to do with like nightmares, paranormal, I want to say something to do with supernatural abilities, and a legendary teen warrior. So I actually have kind of high hopes for this one. Then I'm going to pick up Broken Circle by J.L. Powers and M.A. Powers. This is something to do with nightmares and a voodoo god of some sort. So I don't know, I actually haven't really heard too much about this book, but it says over here, for 15-year-old Adam Jones, inheriting the family business is more than a rotten hand. It's downright skeletal. So I'm assuming he is maybe some sort of Grim Reaper of some sort? At least from the cover, I have no idea, to be honest. And the third and final book that is from my backlist that I really want to pick up sometime in the next 2 months is Ephedra, I hope I pronounced the name correctly, by Jim Greco. This is basically a sci-fi novel, so going to pick up these 3 books sometime in the next 2 months. The next 3 books I want to pick up are for my Read Harder challenge, because I am still trying to do that. I feel like I had not been putting that as much of a priority for the past few months. I don't know why, I don't know, just things happen, guys. The first book that I'm trying to pick up is Ruin by Simone Elkeles. I'm really hoping I pronounced that last name correctly, because I'm pretty sure I butchered it. This book will fulfill a challenge, which is to read a book that is published before January 1st, 2019 that has less than 100 reviews on Goodreads. So this is a YA contemporary novel. It's technically 3 books combined into one, which is probably why the combined version has very few reviews, because the original 3 has a ton of reviews, so maybe I'm kind of cheating here, but whatever, guys. But basically this book is about 1 girl, 2 boys, and 3 hot summers. So I'm assuming that each book is set in a different summer, and it follows the same 3 characters, which I'm very excited for. So I have read her other books, I forget what their name, but I love the guy so much in that book, like that series, and I'm really excited for this one. So the next book that I want to pick up for my Read Harder challenge is A Winter's Promise by Christelle Dabos, which will fulfill the reading challenge of read a book that is written by and or translated by a woman. And this was originally written in French, so it's definitely translated. I don't know if it was translated by a woman, but the author's woman, so definitely counts. All I know about this book is the fact that there are these citadels and they're very separate and each one is very different. They have different like systems, rules, whatever. It's kind of like different countries in a way. And the main girl, her name is Ophelia. She has the ability to travel through mirrors as well as reading the past of objects. And then one day she ends up being promised in marriage to someone from a different citadel or arc, I want to say, and things happen. And honestly, I have heard really good things about this book that I'm so excited for. I actually have the second book as well as an ebook from an e-arc, so I need to read this as soon as possible actually. Then the last book that I want to read for one of my Read Harder challenges is Every Last Word by Tamara Ireland Stone. This will fulfill the reading challenge of read a book by or about someone that identifies as neurodiverse. This book follows a girl called Samantha who looks like your average popular girl except for the fact that she is OCD. And she's essentially consumed by all these dark thoughts that she can't turn off. One day she ends up meeting a new girl and now she has to debate between staying with her popular friends or continue this newfound friendship essentially and possibly find a new normal for herself. And I'm kind of excited for this book because I've actually read a previous Tomorrow's other books and I've really enjoyed them in the past, so I actually have really high hopes for this one. The last and final book that I want to pick up, and this one's actually just for May, and that's because it's for my book club, and that is Crown of Feathers by Nikki Paul Prito, which I am so excited for. This is definitely one of my most anticipated reads of 2019, but now that I think about it, a lot of the reviews after this book came out have been very mixed as well, so I don't know, I guess I'll find out for myself. But this book has warrior queens, it has phoenix riders, and I'm just so up for that. I like any fantasy books that include some sort of mythical creatures, whether it is unicorns or dragons or phoenixes or griffins, whatever it is, I am so up for that. So very high hopes for this one. Well, actually no, my expectations for it has gone down a little bit just because of some of the mixed reviews that I have seen. But regardless though, I'm very excited for it. So anyways, these are all the books I'm hoping to pick up for the months of May and June. Honestly, I think my expectations are a little bit too high because I highly doubt I'll finish them all. And I'm pretty sure that I'll have a lot of rollovers for July and August. But hopefully not though, we'll see. But these are the books I really want to read, so hopefully I get to them. Also, spoiler alert, I did not do so well in terms of my reading for April, so be on the lookout for my wrap-up / books I read video for the month of April because not that great, guys. Anyways, that's all to say for this video. Let me know down below if you have read any of the books I'm hoping to pick up sometime this next 2 months. If you have, did you like them? Did you not like them? Why and why not? Let me know down below. But as always, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!